Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Anda sedang menonton SME bersama saya Najib Aroff, dan episod hari ini saya ingin bercakap tentang isu yang berkaitan dengan pengusaha restoran di Malaysia. Dan hari ini saya rasa bertuah kerana saya bersama dengan Presiden Persatuan Pengusaha Restoran India Malaysia ataupun PRIMAS, iaitu Encik Mutusami Turmeni. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, first of all, talking about the association, the PRIMAS itself. In terms of your numbers of members, to give a glimpse, a view of how huge is the operators in Malaysia, maybe.
Okay, at least we have about 5,000 more operators running Indian restaurants in Malaysia, not including the majority the Indian mama restaurants lah. We basically, most of them are banana leaf operators, and as active members we have about 1,200 active members with us.
It's keep growing day by day and all that, right?
Of course. The need for food, and now the variety in the menu, the spread in the menu. Those days we only used to have South Indian foods. Now with the North Indian, the Andhra, the Kerala, and most typical Indian food dishes are being available here. So that means the need is there. Therefore, people are investing into this business.
Of course, every business have challenges that they face and all that. For PRIMAS and for as restaurant owner and operator as well, the main concern not just about the cost, and we're going to talk about the cost later, but first about the shortage of workers in the restaurant and then faced by the restaurant operators. How severe is the situation?
Actually, it's very, very acute. And to tell you a little bit of history on that, from 2016 onwards, we were not able to take in new workers, and even the workers we had legally, when they were leaving back Malaysia for good, we were not able to even get replacements. So these two things have put us in a very bad shape, and we don't give replacement for the worker, for the legal worker we have sent back. We also very difficult to get local workers, and also we are not unable to get new foreign workers. So now this is put in a very bad shape. And in the last couple of months, restaurants are beginning to close. I think it came out in the news in Star and all those papers. And also in real life situation, we are downsizing our operation, we are reducing our menu, and this is really, really affecting our business. And I do not know when we are eagerly awaiting the customs the government's new policy.
But these are the illegal foreign workers.
No, we are talking about the legal. We are not talking about the illegal. We are talking about the legal workers which we had been approved in the past years. So once their term is term might have finished, or they would have left for country for some reasons. Early days we were given replacement. If one legal worker is sent back from that particular restaurant, he will be given a replacement. But for the last 2.5 years, the replacement stopped already. So we are not able to get that gantian. That is, that is developed to a big glut. Where we are not able to get workers to man our restaurant. We need at least some basic number of workers. We are now the expectation of the customers is very high. Hygienic cleanliness is very important, and now the taste, the variety, all these are selling points. So we are only even with respect to investment, we have not sought the government or any other help so much. We are seeking the government's help, only give us sufficient workers, the needed workers. We are not asking for extra. We don't want anything extra, because it's again go on the cost. What we want, please give us the approval for the needed workers for that particular restaurant. That's all we're asking for.
What would you say why the government, or why the situation it seems hard for you guys to get it?
See, the government is policy. They say that we must encourage local workers. So they are insisting on putting emphasis on local workers. But in reality, locals, they don't have the inclination to come and work in restaurants of our nature. So now to bring the horse to the water tank is very difficult.
Could it be because of the pay or because of something? Because if you look at the other operators such as Starbucks, for instance, or this brand, this kind of cafe and coffee shop brand, a lot of locals works there. What went wrong actually?
See, I don't deny that, but you see, attitude. Okay. To tell you another thing also, even in the previous years, say somewhere in the 60s and 70s, those who were working in Indian restaurants were those people who had some sort of relationship with India. Probably the male might be here, his family might be in India. The male could have been a citizen, but his family would have been in India. So these were the sort of people who were working in restaurants in the 60s, 70s and 80s. Then when the country became industrialized, a lot of other opportunities started happening. They were having greener pastures over there.
Yeah.
So they, even from those days also, I can boldly say that people's interest to work in a restaurant, especially like Indian restaurants, it was very, very less, you know. Somehow we pulled out, we managed through our relatives, our friends, somehow we pulled out. But now it has become very, very difficult.
Have you engaged the authorities or government in that sense to discuss further about this issue?
Exactly. See, we have had a couple of meetings with when the past government, Human Resource Ministry, the JTK, KSM. We had a lot of meetings, and just before the government was about to dissolve, before the elections, we got an approval for about 30,000 workers for various industries, including the Indian restaurant industries. But it was a special approval based on the needs. But then when the new government was formed, they put it on hold. Now they are studying the policy, what are the lapses, how to put up a better policy. And until the policy is finalized, I think, I do not know how they are going to solve it. But at this point of time, again, I would like to put my humble request to the KDN Ministry as well as to the KSM Ministry. Please give some due consideration. At least give us this Gantian facilities. Because this Gantiana is an approval given already. Now the worker has left and we are bringing only a replacement. We are not asking for the new approvals, you know.
Yeah.
New
It's
approvals,
the same
never mind.
quota.
Yeah, this is within the same quota we are asking for the, at least look into that, please.
Now, the hot issue right now is the smoking ban
Yeah.
at all restaurants and mamak stalls and everything. How would you say it impact your business? Because that's what your statement from your statement from the association
See,
for.
the impacting of business is one thing, but I would say many other factors have also to be looked into that. I don't deny that the thing is that we are not supporting smoking, and I also at this point of time would like to put my view to the public. Don't look us as bad boys. We are law-abiding people, and we always want to be in that nature. We don't want to go anything against the law. But what we are trying to say, I'm trying to say here is that this smoking in restaurants, especially in eateries, it has become a part of our culture. For a tea, and then they gather there for a tea, they have a smoke, and have small chit-chats, discussions, sometimes entertainments. All this takes place in eateries of our nature. And this has become part of the culture, and suddenly you want to put a break to this. I think all the parties involved are getting affected. Please look into this. And then if the fundamental idea of the government or the objective of the government is to reduce the number of people who are going to smoke, is this one of the major reasons enhancing the smoking habits of the people? There are other major reasons. I think we must focus on that.
Such as?
When you go in priority, this may be the 6th or the 7th thing, point of action, you know. So I would say, like for example, for youths, even they say below age of 10, they are already in smoking. How are they accessible to these cigarettes? Find that the basic, the core thing, where are they able to access? That means there might be cheap cigarettes, or cigarettes are being sent to where they are. So all this has to be addressed, which must be given primary importance. By putting this new legislation that you have to avoid smoking in eateries, I think it is we are making many people unhappy and many people frustrated, you know. And that's not the right way of implementing a new policy.
Okay, Mr. Musami, thank you so much for
Thank you,
joining
thank
us.
you, thank you.
Dan kita tahu isu ini adalah isu yang hangat, sukar untuk kita mencapai kata putus kerana ia adalah isu yang sensitif, melibatkan kepada golongan yang hisap rokok dan yang tidak hisap rokok, isu kesihatan juga berada dalam picture itu dan sebagainya. Ini perlu diperbincangkan dan pastinya kita meraihkan perbezaan pendapat tersebut dan bagaimana ia digabungkan untuk kita mencapai penyelesaian dan juga solusi yang terbaik untuk negara kita Malaysia. Sekian sahaja SME bersama saya Najib Aroff. Assalamualaikum, salam hormat.